minus H2, right? So don't forget to put a minus there. And then from D, you going to H1. So this one is minus H1. Okay. So this is how you interpret from the block diagram. You make it the signal flow graph. Okay. All right. Look at the C. The C. How many nodes there do you have? This one R and C. Yep. And A, B, and D. Okay. E and F. This one you cannot combine it, right? You cannot combine. Okay. Why? The input going to this one, right? Okay, it's not equal the input going to this one. Okay, you know what I mean. So if you see the junction and summation, you cannot combine it. So better you put it there separately. Okay, if you combine it, so it will be wrong answer. For example, right, this is your junction, this is your summation. Okay, right, this is E, and then the output, let's say the C. Okay, if you combine it, so you make it like this one. You make it like this one, right? So this one at this point, you combine it, so it will be wrong. Okay, it will be wrong. Okay, so my advice is, if you see the junction and also the summation, so don't combine it, make it on one node. Okay, E to F is equal to 1. Okay, so far do you have any question? Ada apa-apa soalan? No? Okay, now right, I think is quite clear. Okay, and when you draw the signal flow graph, then you need to find the transfer function. All right, and this is the formula for the signal flow graph. All right, over delta. So this you will use it at the end. Okay, but the more important thing is you need to find power path gain. Okay, PI, and then you need to find the delta first, and then you need to find the delta I. Okay, there are 3 parameters that you need to find out. All right, and for the delta is equal to 1 minus sum individual loop. Okay, individual loop, right? And then plus with product. Okay, product to non-touching loop. Okay, to none, right? And minus with product 3 non-touching loop. Okay, then to get only the delta. So from the delta, you will get it depending. You will get it delta 1 or delta 2 is depending on your P forward path gain. If you got it P1 and also you got it P2, and then you get your delta also will have 1 and 2. Okay, and you can go through a basic this one. So first of all, okay, you can draw the signal flow graph. So we can see that this is one node, and this summation and junction you can combine it. Okay, you can combine it because the output after the summation is will be going to H1. Okay, so that's why the signal flow graph became like this one. Okay, done. And then you can find the output C, the transfer function C over R. First of all, you need to find the forward path gain. Forward path gain, that means that will be direct here. Okay, that means 1 times G1 times 1. So forward path gain number 1 is 1 times G1 times 1. You got it G1 lah. Okay. And then the second forward path gain will be like 1, you time with a G2, and then you time with 1. Okay, so that's one will be your forward path gain number 2. Okay, done. So next we're going to find the delta. So first you need to find the individual loops. Okay, so when we look into this, the individual loop, we have 2 here. One is from A, right? G2, and then minus H1. Okay, this is the first individual loop. Okay, and then the second one is G1 and time with minus H1. This is the second individual loop. G1 go to G1 off, it will block. Okay, so there are only two individual loop there. Okay, and then if you found that in two individual loop, so that means you got it the loop individual loop number 1 minus G2 times H1. Yes, this one. Individual loops loop 2, so you got a G1 time minus H1, this one. Okay, and then summation is only L1 plus L2, right? So L1 plus L2. For the product of non-touching, so you need to look whether your loop is touched together. Okay, so when we look into this one, yep, the first loop touch with the second loop, so that means you can drop lah. You can drop. That means there is no product of non-touching loop, so that's why it's plus 0. So this is your delta. Okay, so we are done for delta. So need to find the delta I. So delta I is depending on how many forward path gain that you have. So you have 2 forward path gain, so that means you will have delta 1 and also delta 2. So all is from delta I, delta here. Okay. Then you need to drop, okay, the delta 1 or delta 2 that touch what we call it forward path gain 1 or 2. Okay, so let's look delta 1. So L1 and L2 here, L1 and L2 here, it touch with the forward path gain G1. If you look in before, forward path gain 1, that means it's only straightforward. So loop 1 also touch, loop 2 also touch. So that means you need to drop it. Okay, drop, and then the end will equal to 1. And delta 2, so you need to also to drop it, right? Because it also touch the forward path gain 2. So if you look into that, the forward path gain 2 is this one. Okay, it's going to this and going to this, going to this. So the loop number 1 also start from A. The loop number 2 also start from A. That means you need to drop both. Okay. Then after that, you can use this formula, right? So at the end, you will got it, the transfer function. Okay, I think it's clear lah. It's clear for you, I think. All right, and the next one, I think example 2.2, you can read by yourself. I think it's quite simple. It's straightforward. I just give this. The solution is there. Okay. All right. Do you have any question about signal flow graph? Ada apa-apa soalan ke? Clear, eh? So please do the exercise, the previous exam for in a signal flow graph. Apa soalan? Tak ada? For signal flow graph. Belum ada, doktor. Okay, good. Right. Okay, look at the example. Okay, good. Signal flow graph will be a lot of mark there, so I think it will be quite difficult lah. So you need to be careful. If you have a time, so maybe you can do the block diagram manipulation, or maybe you can cutting with your friends. So some of your friends do the block diagram manipulation, and then you can compare your answer. Okay, alright, kan, boleh kan, kan, because all of you is a brotherhood mah, okay. So you can counting with your friend. Okay, do this block diagram manipulation. Tak boleh sir, ya jemput, alah, macam tak biasa je. Okay, good. So, chapter 2 is about question 1, but the system you need to be careful. The question will be different with previous method. We will ask you the concept. Okay, done. Then we go to the chapter 3. Chapter 3, the about time response, yeah, to convert from Laplace and so on. First order, we have been asked for test 1. So of course, for the exam will be the second order system. Okay. So for the second order system, you need to be able to find parameter, for example. Okay. Alright. Bear in your mind. So the second order system, there are what we call it standards. Okay, there are standards equation. Okay, for the second order system. Okay. So this is the standard equation for the second order system. If you got it, the output x0 over xi, and then it's k omega n squared divided with s squared plus with 2 damping ratio omega n s plus omega n squared. Okay. Right. So this is the standard equation or general equation for the second order system. Okay, and from this one, we will know the term for characteristic equation. Okay, for the second order system, so it gives you 2 omega n s plus omega n squared equal to 0. Okay, this one. Alright, so you need to compare. You can get it the damping ratio, and then you can get it the natural frequency. Okay, alright, then this one. Okay, omega n. Alright, and then before that, you need to be able to know so the type of response, whether the overdamp, undamp, or underdamp lah. Normally will be underdamp lah. Okay, normally will be underdamp. Okay, more than 0 and less than 1. Okay, for example, if it gives you the very straightforward, right, this one, so you just need to compare the equation like this one, we compare to the characteristic equation there, then you can get the damping ratio. Okay, alright. Like this one, I think quite simple, quite straightforward. So yeah, normally we need to find out the few parameter of this one. Okay, for example, you need, there are certain tab you need to find the natural frequency, and then the damping ratio, and then the damp frequency. This is the formula there. Okay, and the peak time. Okay, alright, and then settling time. Okay, and then the maximum overshoot. Then after that, you need to draw. Okay, bear in your mind, so how many peak time there is depending on your settling time. So if your settling time, it shows that, for example, this one 4 seconds, that means only 1 peak time, right? Because the peak time number 2 is more than 4 seconds, so we only got it only 1 peak time, 1 peak. Okay, right. So the maximum overshoot MP is start from 1 to 10. Okay, all right. And the second one is this one, it also shows that okay, a few examples, right? From this one, you can look into this. Okay, how to draw it, I think you already know. Okay, okay, so this one, yeah, from, okay, yeah, let's focus this one. Okay, if you are given the block diagram like this one, right, the system block diagram like this one, so you need to be able to find the transfer function first. So y over u, that means your k and g divided with 1 plus k, g, and h here. Okay, then after that, you simplify until you got it is this one omega n squared and this one omega n squared will be the same value. Okay, will be the same value. And then after that you need to compare, so you need to find the damping ratio, and also you can start to draw lah. Okay, so you also can draw from the initial one, this one k equal to 1, and also after that you can multiply with the value of k. For example 4.8, you can multiply it, so that means your graph will be, yep, the first one will be 1, maybe like this one. Okay, and then after that when you put a k, so maybe it will be like this one. Okay, this, right? So need to remember back. Okay, all right. So all of this value you need to multiply with a k, right? 4.8. Okay, all right. Okay, I give you some tips. We require to sketch or draw the graph. Yeah, no. For the second order, you just draw like this one, roughly draw. Okay, but you need to put the value on your graph so that it will be complete lah. Okay, all right. One more tips that I like to give it to you is actually this graph, right? You can use the MATLAB, right? You can use the MATLAB. So how to do in MATLAB, I think I'm not going to teach you. I think you need to find by yourself. If you can find it, how to draw this graph, that means it will be a bonus for you. Okay, so you can double check, for example, if you get the correct graph or not. All right, or maybe you can counting with your friend again. Okay, some of you do the MATLAB. Okay. Alright, kan? Counting lagi kan? Alright, so you can get all this value. Alright. Betul, tak betul. Okay. Jengkuat kata no, tak boleh sir, no counting. Okay. Alright. Counting with me okay lah Alright. Okay. The rest is about, okay, before that, if you got it two graph like this here, so you need to be able to describe what is the performance between these two graph. Okay, and also this graph you can get a steady state error for the next topic, right? So what is the steady state error? So maybe the graph will be from different system. Okay, so but you need to be able to describe. So what is the damping ratio is about, what is the natural frequency, damping frequency. Okay, and also need to look at the effectiveness of feedback system. Okay, in this case, it show you how to find the steady state error value. Okay, so this is what you're going to describe the performance between the two graphs there. Okay, and depending of the system, you can find the KP. Okay, you can find it KV. All right, it depending on the what is the input of the system. And this is the guideline that it gives you for the class 0. Okay, depending on this equation, so you can get it. Oh, the class is 0 depending on L value, and from that one we can get it. Yep, for the step input here we got it the value for the class 0, and for the step input for the class 1, of course the there is the error will be 0, but this one is only the guideline. If you want to find it, so you need to do like this one. Okay, KP KGH, so you need to find K times with G times with H, and then you put it what you call it as equal to 0 on that equation. Then you can find the KP there, and then you can find the steady state error, so 1/1 plus KP, for example. Okay, like this one, K, G, and H. So you got it. You can find the KP, and then you found that yeah, Kp equal to infinity, and then steady state error will equal to 0. And for the ramp input, for example, so this is the formula, and you will got a Kv equal to infinity, and then the steady state error you can get 0. Okay, and then for the what we call it, the parabolic input, but normally the question is about the step input okay, but from this one you need to be able to describe performance between these two systems, for example. Okay, right. So that's the question 2 for your exam. Okay, all right. So far, do you have any question about second order system? Sorry, I don't go detail lah. So I think all this one you need to do some revision again lah. Right? I don't need anything needs to teach you again, right? If you have any question, you can ask me. Ada persoalan ke about second order system? Guys, ada persoalan? Waiting for you. Okay. Oh, lambat sangat dia punya apa internet ni kan. Okay. Alright. So that's it for the question 2. Alright. For the question 3, question 3 is about, yeah, you have done stability and root locus in test 2 done, and chapter 4.3 you interpret the root locus. So chapter 4.3 normally you will combine it is this one, the last chapter about the control action, right? Control system. So we got it P, Kp, Ki, and Kd, but normally it's about Kp. So in this one, you need to draw the root locus again. You need to draw the root locus again. So this one, you need to use the graph paper. So please bring back the graph paper, and then you draw the root locus again, and then if did the damping ratio, so you can find it what is the value in this one, and then you can find what is the K value. So this one you can straight away use your calculator, right? From the graph you can get the value, and then you can minus with all the roots, all the what we call it the 0. Okay, and then from this one you need to be able to describe. So if there are two what we call it you apply the Kp, and also, and then after that for example, the Kp value is equal to 1. Okay, what is the what we call it, the damping ratio or time constant? For example, Kp equal to 20. So what is the what we call it damping ratio? What is the time response, and so on? Okay, so you need to be able to describe lah. Okay, so in this chapter, you need to draw the root locus. Okay. Yeah, the same tip that I want to give to you. If you can use the MATLAB, how to draw the root locus will be easiest one. Okay, for example, in your test 2, is in that time you got it time to draw the root locus using MATLAB, you can double check your answer. Okay. Oops. All right. Okay. That's it about the question 3, okay, for the exam, right? So you need to be able to draw the, yep, this one I just use the MATLAB, okay. Right. Then question 3, no more question. Do you have any question about the root locus? I think it's still fresh for you all for the root locus, right? I think. Okay, done. No question. So next we go to question 4 is about the Bode plot, right? So this one Nyquist, this one is Nyquist also, and it's the Bode plot. Okay, Bode plot okay, there are two methods that I mentioned it to you. There are two methods there. One, you draw based on the what we call it, the approximate asymptote, right? So you got it a lot of asymptote there. So let's look another one. Okay, example 5.1, right? For example, like this one. Okay, first of all, you need to find the KGH. Okay, find the KGH and so on. After that, you got a GS actually equal to KGH. So you got this one. So that means there are 4 line asymptote: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I repeat: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? For example, this one. Okay, and then you can put it s equal to jw. So you replace, and then you can find the phase angle. Okay, jw. Okay, my advice is yeah, actually you don't need to put it s equal to jw. You can straight away use this one, and then you can get the value from the using your calculator, right? Okay, but my advice is please write this one also. Okay, I'm afraid if you got the wrong value with this one, all right, and then if you don't write this equation, if you don't write s equal to jw, so you will not get a mark there. Okay, so if you write it, so if the value in this table is wrong, that means you will have the mark if the equation you write here is correct. Okay. Do you understand what I mean? Paham, eh? Do you understand what I mean? Boleh kan? Okay. So my advice is please write also this equation and also this equation. Okay. Before that, this one also you will have it. There are one parts. Okay. Right. So you got it. GS. Okay. This one your GS equal to 1 plus 1.25s divided with s squared 1 plus 0.s you time with 1 plus 0.125s. Okay, this one. Right. So actually you can use this one straight away to get the what you call it in the table. Okay, but my advice is you put it JW there. Right, then you got it this one J1.25W divided with minus W squared 1 plus J 0.5W you time with 1 plus J 0.125W. Okay, but you need to find the magnitude. Okay, so in this case the magnitude will be 1 squared plus 1.25W squared and square root you divided with what we call it squared. Okay, right, so this one will be minus W squared and square root. Okay, and then 1 squared plus 0.5 squared and square root. Okay, and then 1 squared plus 0.125 W squared by square root. Okay, this one try to find the try to write the magnitude also and also the phase angle. Okay, alright, because if you don't write it, so you will lose the mark there. Okay, alright, if you do this one wrongly. Okay, that's it. Okay, right, you got the equation for this one, right? So in order to find the guideline of your omega, okay, there are two methods. So I will show you the first method one. If you got it, you want to find the guideline of your omega. Of course, your guideline will start from 0.1 until infinity. Okay, until infinity. So what is in the between in this one? Okay, so you cannot straight away put it, okay, 1.25, okay, and 0.5. No, okay. So you cannot get it straight away this one. So what you need to do is this equation. You need to be able to uh, get it as plus 0.8 and s squared, s plus 2, and s plus 8. So make sure that s plus something, so the coefficient is 1. So it's not that 1.25 s. Okay, so this one. So if you can organize your equation, it will be like this one. Actually, you can get it straight away from here. Okay, because this one is s plus 0.8, right? S plus 2. Okay, this will be your guideline. Okay, first of all, 0.8. That means, yep, 0.8. And 2, okay, 2 and also 8. Okay, so this will be your guideline, 0.8 to 8. Okay, but make sure that s plus something, s plus something, s plus something. Right, so don't straight away get it 1 plus 0.5s. So, right, so need to be careful with this one. Okay, any question about this? Ada persoalan? Okay, on doctor, non. On apa? Alright, okay. So, and then 0.1, 0.8. So that's mean you can choose. It depending on you lah. 0.2, 0.5, 0.8. So you can find 1. So maybe 1.5. Okay. So 2, you can find 3, 5, 8. And you can find 10, 9, and also 10. Alright. Done. So this is the first method. Okay, then what you need to find here is you find the gain. Okay, I put it the gain, and then after that you need to find the 20 log gain. Okay, and then after that you can find the phase angle, and however I put it one more is phase real, so that all will be negative, 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 negative. Okay. Alright. How many value you can put? Actually, it doesn't matter, Dafa Sudaina. As long that after this you're going to find, for example, this is your how to draw. Okay, this is your both diagram, right? After that, you're going to find the gain margin, okay, gain margin and so on, right? Gain margin and also phase margin, right? So if you can get it, the value is correctly, so you can draw it correctly, so you will get the accurate gain margin, accurate gain margin and also the accurate the phase margin, right? It doesn't matter in the in your exam, it doesn't matter as long that if you get it the value is correctly and you can draw the block diagram is correctly, so you will get the mark on that. Okay, there are no rules on how many sufficient. Okay, then this one I think you can straight away use the calculator. I don't want to repeat it again, so please do it carefully. And if you want to double check the value that you got it, but however, please be careful with this one. So this one is 20 log gain. That means 20 log the value is from here, 20 log the value from here. it's not 20 log the value from here. Okay, then you got the incorrect answer. Or you can double check if you put the formula this one in your calculator. You can check, you can double check again whether you got it, the value is correct. Or you can double check with your friends. Okay, I'm right. Or you just wait from your friend. I'm right. Elah, jangan kuat ni. Kita tak biasa je kan. Alright, after 10 minutes from the live video, yeah, you can do that. Before the 10 minutes, yeah, cannot. Baik sir. Okay, bagus. Okay, yeah, saya check dulu sir. Okay, check dulu with your friend. Okay, yeah. And like I mentioned before, you can use MATLAB. You can use the MATLAB to check the value, right? To check the value if you got it correct or not. Okay. Alright. So this is the example using the MATLAB. Okay. So the first method, you just straight away draw the point that you got it. Okay. For example, this one example. Okay. For example, this one, right? Is it okay? So first point at omega equal to 0.1. Okay. So this one, the omega equal to 0.1. The first point, like how to zoom it? Yeah. Okay. Right. Where is the hand? Okay. 0.1, that's mean the value is like 40. Okay, so you got it 40.1. Yep. So at the 0.1, you just cross it, make it 1 point, and then at 0.3, 21.4. So 0.3 here, 0.3, 21. Okay, so you make it 1 point. Then you can draw. Okay. And then you make it another point, draw until you grade straight away, and then straight. That is the first method. That means you don't need the asymptote line. Yeah, asymptote this one, right? You don't need the asymptote this one. So you just straight away, draw. Also with your phase angle, you can draw straight away, draw. Okay. After that, you need to find the gain margin. So the gain margin, that means your you need to look at your phase angle that cross with the angle minus 180, and then you bring this line go to this. So this one will be your gain margin. Okay, this one will be your gain margin. For the phase margin, so you need to look at the gain dot plot that cross to 0 dB. Okay, and then you bring this line to here, and then you will look at this is your phase margin. Okay, so phase margin, that means 180, you need to minus with 165 there. So this one you got it, the phase margin. Okay, and then from that one, you can get the gain margin and so on, and you can find the maximum or critical value of K. That means 20 log equal to gain margin, and then you can find the K. Okay, alright. This is the first method. The second method, yep, by using the asymptote line. Okay, by using the asymptote line, the approximate. So you need to be able to draw lah. If the 1 over x squared, that means the it will cross it. Yeah, the asymptote line, it will cross to 1 there, cross it to 1 there, and also if the 0, 1 plus 1.25, so you need to find and so on. My advice is try to use the method number 1, right? It will be easiest, and then there are a lot of what we call it, the asymptote line that you need to draw. Okay, for example, this one is only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 line you need to draw. Okay, so it will consume time if you use the second method. Okay, all right. Next one, yep. If you want to use the second method, you need to find the phase shift also on what we have found before. Then from that one, you can find the what we call it, the gain margin and the phase margin. Okay. The question 4, I think, is straightforward. It's straightforward. You can do it and you can score a full mark on that. But bear in your mind, do not careless. Okay. If you got it positive, so make sure you minus with 360 degree. Okay, so that you can get all the negative value. Okay, so last, do you have any question? So will the question ask us to use a specific method? No. Jane Quet, no. Actually, yeah, we have a different lecturers, right, that teach on this subject. So some of them use the method 1, which is just straight away got the point. But I don't know. Some of them then they don't know how to get it from the calculator. So what they do is they find omega. If you can look from another section, I don't know. So they find the gain number 1 and also the gain number 2. And also, and then after that, gain number 3, and then after that, they will make it what we call it as a summation, right? This one, summation. You got it, okay? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got it. Okay, J1, J2, J3. I don't know. So we have a lot of students that join in my class, right? So maybe they can tell whether their lecturer teach like this one, and then they also find the phase shift number 1, phase shift number 2, and so on. Okay, so what I do is I make it simplified because you can get it the value from the calculator. Okay, so you just need to find this 4 parameter. Okay, and others lecturer, they also teach how to use the asymptote line. Using this method, okay, using this method, right? So then you need to draw the asymptote line, and so on. So I just realized just a few weeks ago, I just realized that, yeah, because when I looked the comment from the previous semester, they told that, yep, the most difficult topic is the board plot. And then I just realized, right, yeah, why not we just use the concept on what we have done on the Nyquist diagram, right? So we just calculate the point and so on. So and then I improve this note, right? Before that, do you get this note, right? Dapat note ni kan? Masa saya bagi dulu. The updated note, right? Dapat tak? Control engineering. Tak dapat ni note ni. Asal macam dapat ni. Control engineering.
Dekat dalam grup tak saya.
Dalam grup ada Ada tak? Saya pun tak ingat. Okay, you don't have it, so I will give it to you after this. Okay. Yang upgraded, sir. Ya. Yang upgraded. Ada tapi tak ada solution yang simplify. Oh, okay. Wait for a minute. I will give it to you. I put it update lah. Upgrade. Wow, upgrade. Kenapa slow pula internet ni? Control, okay. Okay, do you receive it? Dapat? Ada dapat tak? Okay, okay. So that is the note for updated one, right? Upgraded one. Okay. Alright. So there are two methods there. So please look again. So my what we call it, my advice is so use the method number 1. Okay. Alright. Any more question about the word plot? Yeah, Lalita, how about test 1 result? Yep, we give the marks after this class. Okay. Alright. Any more question about the word plot? No? Okay, ada apa lagi soalan? Ada Okay. Alright. Okay. So that's it. I think question 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay. I just want to give some advice. Alright. This is what happened during the test 1, right? So on the test 1, you need to submit your answer script, right? And some of so some of that question you need to submit through the Google form like A, B, C, and D. So when you submit it, right, you will got it the words your response that you have been submit, right? So please snap it, right? Snap it and save it. Okay, save it in your hard drive or Google Drive and so on. Okay, and also please save your answer script. Please save your answer script also. Do not just save on your phone. Okay, so this is what happened when you think that you have submit, but actually when the lecturer try to mark your test 1 and so on, then they cannot find where is your answer script. There is no proof. Okay, so please bear in your mind when you want to submit, please snap it, or maybe you can use your snippings to snap it and so on. Okay. Lecturer 3.5 not complete. Apa 3.5? This one. Feedback. This one effective feedback. Yang ini ke? Not complete because there is no solution. 3.5 ni dah bagi belum? Dah lama dah ni, saya pun tak ingat. Okay. If you want to get it, I can give it to you also. Wait Okay. Ya, dekat e-learning tu tak complete sangat Dennis. So sometimes I send it to through the WhatsApp, okay. E-learning ni alah nak update ni. Okay. Hai, WhatsApp group pun dah lambat sangat ni. Kenapa dah lambat sangat? Control. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you receive? That's your 3.5. Okay. Where am I? Okay. About what you call it, your submission, right? So please snap it as a proof. So, so this is what happened when you don't snap it. When the lecturer asks you, okay, where is the answer script? Where when you submit it, so you don't have proof, so and then you will got a 0 mark. Okay, right? So this is what we call it is happen in the real life. So when you go to submit something, right? For example, you want to submit on the SKM office, then after that it's lost. So you need to have some proof that tell you, yep, you have submitted, right? Okay, right. And bear in your mind, don't don't submit the answer script and don't share your answer on the group, right? On the WhatsApp group that I'm also in that group. Right. Okay. So please bear in your mind for the test, for the exam, there are two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 will be question 1 and question 2. Part 3 will be question 3 and question 4. So there is no interim submission. So all is the final submission. Okay. Any more question? Ada apa lagi soalan? Okay, do you have any more question? Ada apa-apa lagi? No? Okay. Oh yeah, about your assignment, right? I already give you the assignment, right? The last previous long time ago. Kan? Dah ada sekali kan I bagikan. Okay. So my question is, do you want more assignment? Ikan tolong. Okay. Alright. So no assignment for this class. Okay. So the assignment is just that you have submitted the first assignment that I give it to you, then you can get 10 mark. If you not submitted, okay. So just that one for the assignment, right? Okay. Is it okay? Boleh Or you want some more?
Boleh, doktor.
Okay. Terus boleh je Okay, alright. I think that's it for our class for today. And I will see you again for during the exam, okay? Alright, Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. So anything question you can ask me directly. You can WhatsApp me. So I hope that I will see you again on your next semester. So later on I will send you the carry mark. It's not the carry mark, the mark for the test one. Okay. Alright. Okay. In this case, we will end our class for today. Alright. Okay. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to all of you. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome. See you again.